Oh, hello, Mrs. Hingle. I'm so glad you could come along. As you see, we're just having our free activity period. Yes, and in our free activity period, each little individual chooses his or her own occupation. Some are painting, some are using plasticine, and some work at a sand table. We feel that each little one must get to the bottom of his or herself and find out what he or she really wants from life. Who is making that buzzing noise? Well, stop it, please, Neville. Hazel, dear, come away from the door and get on with your plasticine. I love to see them so happily occupied, each one expressing his own little personality. George, don't do that. Now, children, I want you all to say good morning to Mrs. Hingle. Good morning, Mrs. Hingle. No, Sydney, not goodbye. Mrs. Hingle has only just come. You don't want her to go away yet. No, she hasn't got a funny hat on. That's her hair. So sorry, Mrs. Hingle. Sometimes we are just a little bit outspoken. We try to encourage honesty, but sometimes it just doesn't. Hello, Caroline. This is my friend Caroline. Caroline is painting such a lovely red picture, aren't you, Caroline? I wonder what it is. Perhaps it's a lovely red sunset or a big red orange. It's a picture of Mummy. For a moment I thought it was a big red orange, but now you tell me I can see it's a picture of Mummy. Aren't you going to give her any nose? No nose. It's so interesting the way they see things. Sydney, don't blow at Edgar, please. Because it isn't a good idea. Yes, I know it makes his hair go up and down, but I don't want you to do it. Now get back to the sand table. There's a good boy. Yes, there is room. Sue, there's heaps of room. Just move up a bit. Susan, we do not bite our friends. Say you're sorry to Sydney. You needn't kiss him. No, you needn't hug him. Susan, put him down. No fisticuffs, please. She hasn't made any teeth marks, has she, Sydney? Well, then, don't fuss. Sometimes our little egos are somehow on the big side, I'm afraid. Hazel, dear, I don't want to have to say it again, but please come away from the door. Why can't you? Well, you shouldn't have put your finger in the keyhole, then it wouldn't have got stuck. Children, there's no need for everyone to come and look at just because poor Hazel's caught her finger in the keyhole. Back to your work, please. No, Sydney, I don't think it's stuck there forever and ever. I don't think for 1 minute we're going to have to get the fire brigade to come and get Hazel's finger out and take the door down to set her free. You do exaggerate, Sydney. Well, if we haven't got her finger out by dinner time, she'll have to have it here. And her tea, and her supper, and say the night. But we are going to get it out, aren't we, Hazel? David, turn around, please, David. Use your hanky, please, David. And again. And again. And wipe. Thank you, David. Hazel, why did you put your finger in the keyhole? To see if it would go in. Well, now, let's see if we can get it out. Who is making that buzzing noise? Neville. Well, I know you are a busy bee, but boy busy bees don't buzz. Only bee busy bees buzz. I can still hear you, Neville. Neville! I should think so. He's such a musical child and one doesn't want to encourage him. Sydney, take that paintbrush out of your ear and give it back to Lavinia. Yes, you do want it back, Lavinia. You like painting. Yes, you do. We're hoping she's going to take to it soon. Now then, Hazel, have you tried wiggling it? You know, Mrs. Hingle, this child's finger really is stuck. It's really got in the keyhole. I think the fire brigade are the best in an emergency. Yes, there is a telephone. Would you be a dear and pop down the corridor and phone the fire brigade? That's very good of you. I'll stay here and hold the fort and prepare the children. Thank you so much. Children, I don't want anyone to get excited, but kind Mrs. Hingle has gone to see if we can get one of those clever men from the fire brigade to come and help to get Hazels Finger out. Oh, you got it out, Hazel. Well done. That's lovely. It's all right, Mrs. Hingle, she's got it out. Sydney, you are not to go in that keyhole. Sydney! Can you get it out? I spoke too soon, Mrs. Hingle. Oh, Sydney.